Alright, so I've been searching the internet for liberal salt and liberal tears in the wake of the UK election, and I managed to find on Reddit some salt, all the comments where people complaining Labour had lost. So here are some comments from Reddit. With a different leader and clearer policy, I think the results will have been different across left leading parties. Boris is not between a rock and a hard place. He either gets the Brexit deal through or a no deal. Win-win for him. He can just fuck off out of politics after that and bang hookers for the rest of his life. Okay, things are looking pretty sunny for Boris according to Troway at work. Burn the Lib Dems. This has got 0 points. Burn the Lib Dems. They split the votes in areas they should have stood down. They wanted this election, and now they have lost because we have a hard Brexit. Twats. And then the next comment says, fuck Labour. Because the last comment said, fuck the Liberal Democrats, this guy's saying, fuck Labour. In Wimbledon, stupid Labour voters didn't vote tactically, and Liberal Democrats lost to the Conservatives by 600 votes. So obviously they should have voted a bit more tactically there. And then, in reply to the Lib Dem comment, there's a few more replies. Actually they didn't. There are a few cases of that. But remember, the Liberal Democrats are not a splinter faction of Labour. They are a third party that lies politically somewhere between the two other main parties. And then someone says, I have a hard Brexit in my pants. Sure, blame the Lib Dems for Labour's failure. It's kind of a good point. Won't Labour supporters take responsibility for anything? Then Boba Yaga says, R.I.P. Britain, we'll miss you dearly. So implying this is the end. Which I think is a bit ridiculous. It's the sun what killed it, says another one, in reference to a famous headline, it's the sun what won it. Just remember that when you have a choice of a doctor's appointment in 8 months' time or the buy it now price of £150. Then it's got a comment removed by moderator, so I must have been a conservative. Stubble says, what the fuck? How can you prove that people from a different class all have the same or different qualities, or people have of different nationalities? Are Germans intrinsically efficient, French passionate lovers, Argentinians great dancers, or is it just made up of incendiary blocks? Oh, you forgot to mention Arabs. Where do we fit into your worldview? This is in response to comment removed by moderator. I can't even comment on it because they have been removing a lot of comments. Does this actually have a point? Are you trying to declare that one race is ultimately more intelligent than any other? There's a line of thinking that can't lead to anything good. Probably why nobody actually wants to perform a thorough study. Not that you could anyway. And then someone says, the fuck is this? So then another top comment, wakey wakey, in reference to after the Brexit election, Nigel Farage's smiling face. And then another one says, Corbyn out, in block capitals. And it says, Canadian here. Can someone explain like I'm 5 as to how the Conservative Party won, even though it's led by what seems like a mini Trump? And how Labour lost, even though Jeremy seems like a likeable guy? I just don't know how a party who has all but failed Brexit continue to hold power under the banner of no, this time for sure pinky promise, or am I being ignorant and missing something? Well, you're living in a totally different country, so, there's a lot of information you're probably missing on that. So the replies. This is Stubble, and his flair says, London Arab, right-wing media on one hand, but I think more seriously, Labour could never engage with the whole Leave Europe thing is they had no contrary position to offer. In other words, Labour had a very poor sort of platform. Add a sprinkle of xenophobia and voila. Did you read Corbyn's Communist Manifesto? Says another person. And this is probably the most accurate answer. You get your worldview from an echo chamber. And yeah, it's terrible as a conservative reading Reddit. And yeah, this is from the subreddit Our United Kingdom, and it's all pro Europe and pro Labour. So they've had non-stop positive stories about Jeremy Corbyn and non-stop negative stories about Boris Johnson, and then people are surprised. How could the worst candidate win by so much?